Welcome to my EDU YouTube channel. Today my topic is 10 most aggressive freshwater aquarium fish. Stay tuned with this educational valuable video. Really focusing on freshwater aquarium fish is normally not an exceptionally confounded interaction. In any case, if you get back some that act forcefully towards others in the tank, things change radically. Such forceful fish species probably won't be appropriate for everybody. In this article, we'll talk about the 10 most forceful freshwater aquarium fish you can purchase available. Any off. These can turn into dependence on a handcrafted aquarium, yet you may require a different climate for lodging them. Stay tuned with this valuable video. Number 10. Betta fish. On the off chance that you'd like a lovely fish in your aquarium, the Betta is a top applicant. The Betta fish is presumably one of the most well-known fish species for indoor aquariums. Notwithstanding, because of its forceful nature, just more experienced fish keepers will in general keep it in their tanks. Something fascinating with regards to Bettas is the way that they seldom coexist with one another, let alone with different species. Along these lines, it's ideal to keep just one or two Bettas in a different territory, without tank mates of another sort. Notwithstanding, if you firmly need to assemble a local area tank, utilizing Bettas as well, there are a couple of decisions. Croaking gouramis, catfish, bloodfin tetras, black tetras and Persillea are a couple of animal groups that will function admirably with Bettas. Taking care of Bettas is very simple. More often than not, individuals use drops that are made explicitly for Betta fish. This is an incredible decision since they incorporate all that Bettas require to carry on with a solid life. Be that as it may, you can likewise make your own fish food effectively because they eat the two plants and meat. Number 9. Tiger barb. The tiger barb is a beautiful looking fish that is very forceful towards its neighbors. It resembles a tiger, clearly, with its orange body and dark stripes. The tiger barb isn't the best fish to keep in local area tanks. It will threaten its tank mates more often than not, by pursuing them all through the aquarium. Likewise, fish with longer balances are anything but a decent decision to put alongside tiger bubs. Bettas, for example, shouldn't be kept in a similar tank with tiger bubs. In any case, assuming you need to keep them locally tank, the most ideal way is to acquire a gathering of 5 or 6 barbs. Along these lines, they will school together practically constantly, and they will leave the others in harmony. Some extraordinary tank mates in such circumstances are catfish, tetras, platies and danios. Number 8. Flowerhorn. The Flowerhorn is another cichlid breed that is very well known among fish guardians. This species will develop very large, up to 12 inches, in a sensible time span. As a result of this sight, you'll need a greater tank for lodging such fish. Typically, a 100-gallon tank is required if you keep one set. The Flowerhorn is an omnivore species that likes to eat bloodworms, other more modest fish and plants. However, be cautious. Flowerhorns will probably devour the plants you've set in the aquarium. In this way, assuming you need to make decent natural surroundings utilizing vegetation, it will not be dependable. Just, this is the way they act. Flowerhorns are very forceful, so it's ideal to keep just one or two in a different tank. Yet, if you truly need to add tank mates, here are a portion of the varieties that will live well along with flowerhorns: jaguar cichlids, tiger oscars, leopard plecus, plecostomus and black pacu. They truly prefer to chomp others, and even you, when you accomplish support work in the tank. Along these lines, it's great to keep them in an enormous tank, which gives them a lot of room in such circumstances. Number 7. Red-tailed shark. Very much like the past breed, the red-tailed shark isn't completely fledged all things considered. Their dorsal balance looks basically the same as the rainbow shark's dorsal blade. The main contrast is the shading, which is dark for this situation. The fish has a dull dark or dark body much of the time, with a red dynamic tail. The main piece of its body that has another shading, it's the forked tail, consequently its name. At the point when they are as yet youthful, the red-tailed sharks are very hesitant, and they will stow away in the tank from the others. Notwithstanding, when developed, they become as regional as the rainbow sharks. They will not chomp or hit the others, yet they will pursue them to the mark of fatigue. The red-tailed shark is an omnivore species, so taking care of it will not be excessively muddled. Probably the best food things to give it are the accompanying ones: saline solution shrimp, daphnia, bloodworms, vegetables and organic products. This variety will likewise benefit from the green growth from the tank. In this way, don't be amazed when you see it searching and searching for green growth remains. Number 6. Rainbow shark. The rainbow shark is a little exotic fish animal type that is local to Thailand. Try not to be frightened by its name, it's anything but a genuine shark. It just grows up to 6 inches long and it's an omnivore species. Essentially, the rainbow shark is a dull-dim black fish that has spaces of orange on its body. It has an upstanding dorsal balance, that is, typically orange or red. This gives it the comparability to sharks. At the point when the rainbow sharks mature, they become very regional and forceful towards other fish in the aquarium. More often than not, they will feel compromised by bottom feeders, and they will assault them to guarantee their region. Be that as it may, because they don't develop exceptionally huge, you can undoubtedly discover great tank mates for this variety. You should search for species that can shield themselves yet have a serene nature, similar to the bubs, danios, rainbow fish and gouramis. Number 5. Pignose pufferfish. The pignose pufferfish is another forceful freshwater fish that is extremely well known among indoor aquarium proprietors. Typically, when this fish sees another tank mate interestingly, it will attempt to compromise it. On the off chance that the other isn't undermined, the puffer will accuse it of an open mouth. Due to this conduct, there aren't an excess of tank mates you can browse to place in a similar aquarium as your puffers. The best thought is to search for fish that is something very similar in size, 6 inches, and don't get frightened too without any problem. The pignose puffer necessitates a 30-gallon tank to flourish in. To make it more agreeable, you should make it like its regular habitat. In the wild, the puffer is discovered for the most part in sloppy substrates, yet in addition rough ones. The water ought to be moving, spotless and all around oxygenated. Taking care of them isn't excessively convoluted. They are carnivores, so you can give them dry food. Number 4. Oscar fish. You want a fish that really looks special, the Oscar is a great choice. One that looks great is the tiger Oscar. This is covered in black and orange splotches. These fish will grow up to 12 inches big, and they reach this size pretty quickly. However, just like the others in this article, the Oscars are quite aggressive towards their tank mates. Because of this, you have to choose tank mates wisely, so they won't get picked on by the Oscars, or even get eaten by them. The best idea would be to set up a tank that only consists of Oscar fish. This way, you can make sure they will live happily together. But if you want a community tank to set up, these are some of the best choices for tank mates: Arowanas, green terrors, jaguar cichlids, sailfin plecus, and silver dollars. I mentioned that Oscars will grow up to 12 inches in a short period of time. Because of this, you'll need a fairly big tank to house them. A 55-gallon aquarium would be enough for Oscars. Also, consider adding some rocks and caves to make the aquarium more like its natural habitat. Number 3. African cichlids. Assuming you need some tone in your tank, then, at that point, the African cichlids are a decent decision. They are brilliant animal groups that need exceptional consideration because of their forceful conduct. Typically, African cichlids will grow up to 8 inches long and satisfy 15 years, contingent upon the form you have. They are extremely dynamic fish, swimming around the tank constantly. On the off chance that they see development outside the tank, they will follow you, figuring you will take care of them. They like to move around so much that if you scare them incidentally, they can leap out of the tank. Along these lines, be cautious with regards to that. Most African cichlids are either carnivores or omnivores, so you should take care of them in like manner. On the off chance that you intend to purchase a specific type of African cichlid, you ought to do some exploration before that. Thusly, you'll know precisely how to set up the tank and what to take care of them. These boundaries contrast contingent upon the current species. Number 2. Silver and Asia Arowana. The Arowana is presumably among the most pursued fish available. As should be obvious, it comes in two distinct renditions, the silver Arowana and the Asian Arowana. These fish are quite difficult to really focus on, for the most part, because of their fundamental nature. For instance, the silver Arowana will grow up to 3 feet in length in imprisonment, and reach 10 pounds, 4.6 kilogram. For such enormous fish, you'll need an aquarium that is somewhere around 250 gallons in volume. Very few individuals can bear the cost of such a tank, yet it's required for Arowanas. Since the Arowanas are hunter fish, it's somewhat trickier to discover tank mates for them. Fundamentally, because some unacceptable tank mates will get eaten rapidly. All things considered, there are a lot of animal categories that will live well along with Arowanas. For example, these are just some of them: large Plecostomus, catfish, angelfish, Oscars, green terrors and parrot cichlids. I reference that Arowanas are hunters, so that implies they are carnivores also. Normally, you can take care of the other more modest fish, shellfish and instant food items. Be mindful to take care of them routinely, something else, the tank mates will vanish. Number 1. Piranha. The piranha is a genuinely well-known freshwater aquarium fish, for the most part among veteran fish attendants. There are various types of piranhas. It is thought to exist somewhere in the range of 20 and 50 distinct species. The most well-known that individuals as a rule purchase for indoor aquariums is the red-bellied piranha. The piranha begins from South America, where it lives for the most part in the Amazon River. Nonetheless, it's present in different streams too. Assuming you need to get some for yourself, you'll need a 20-gallon tank for child piranhas. However, when they get to development, contingent upon their number, you could require an even 100-gallon tank for lodging every one of them. Piranhas in the wild eat a wide range of things. Essentially, they are omnivores, in opposition to what a great many people accept, that they just eat meat. You can give them other little fish, not live fish, shellfish, pellets, pieces, vegetables, nuts and seeds. If you keep more than one piranha, ensure you feed them routinely. Something else, on the off chance that they get eager, they could pursue one another and one morning you'll end up with a vacant aquarium. If you learned something from my 10 most aggressive freshwater aquarium fish video, if you like it, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my EDU YouTube channel. Good day to you all until we meet again with a wonderful video like this.